Good morning students, welcome to Business Studies. Today we are going to start with fourth chapter, that is business services. Business services we already have studied in first chapter. What is that? It is auxiliaries to trade, aid to trade. That means a businessman uses the services to run the business smoothly without any hindrance. For example, transportation, warehousing, banking, communication, all these are auxiliaries to trade. So that is what we are going to learn in business services. But let us see what is the nature of business services. It is intangible. You know what is intangible, which we cannot see, we cannot touch, we cannot feel, but we cannot smell, but we can feel it. We can use the service, that means we can avail the benefit of that services. For example, treatment by a doctor. So we can feel the treatment given by a doctor, we can have an experience, and if we travel by airlines and we enjoy that, that also comes under the feeling which we get by traveling, but we cannot show it to someone else. That is what we feel the service and we can use that service. Second is inconsistence. So here it inconsistence means not being same throughout, not always same. So here different customers have a different taste, different demand, different experience. So the services which businessman have to provide have to give a different services as the demand of the customer. Next comes inseparability. Here the production and consumptions are performed simultaneously. So they are inseparable. For example, ATM. So ATM may replace the clerk. That machine can be used for the withdrawal or for check deposit, but the presence of the customer is must in that management of the process, whatever he is doing with the ATM machine. Next is inventory less. Inventory means to store it. Services cannot be stored, that we can use it in future. We cannot store the services, we can store the goods. Okay, for example, now we booked the ticket, we already booked the ticket and we had an experience, the train ticket has been booked. We cannot store the experience which we felt, but we can store the ticket which we have collected. So the air ticket or train tickets, they are good, but the experience which we feel, that cannot be stored. Next is involvement. So whatever service you want, but the involvement of customer is needed, it is must, because without the involvement, customer cannot use or cannot avail that services. For example, if we all are going to a picnic, Alchemy School is going for picnic, so you have to get up and get inside the bus to avail that service. If you don't get up and don't get inside the bus, you cannot use that services which has been given by us for the trip or whatever. So involvement is must. What is difference between the services and good? Every time in business studies we use the word for the production of goods and service, manufacturing of goods and services. What are the goods and services? Number one, an activity or a process is the service. Like watching a movie in a cinema hall, that's a service which you are using and you are paying for it. But a physical product, like you buy a CD or video cassette which you can show to your friend, you can share with your friend, so that is physical goods. Type heterogeneous and homogeneous, which I already explained in class. Then next comes intangible. Intangible means which cannot be seen, and tangible means which can seen, felt, touched. Services cannot be stored inventoryless and goods can be stored. Involvement, definitely the customer's participation is needed in the services, but in the good, like at the time of delivery, involvement is needed, but not at the time of manufacturing. Suppose if I want to buy car, so at the time of production of car, customer is not needed, but when we want to purchase the product, customer is needed. So in that case, the involvement of the customer is needed in goods. Now students, there are three types of services, that is business services, social services and personal services. But we have to focus only on business services. What are business services? We already know. That means the services which is used to run the business smoothly without any problem, hindrance. Social services, which is done voluntarily by your wish, like NGOs, they are doing charity, donation, health education service, health services, whatever, education facility, health services, what they do it for the society. Next is personal services. So here each and every person has a different experience, different person have a different experience, Like suppose if there is a particular restaurant, I like the services given by that restaurant, but my friend doesn't like the service given by that particular restaurant. So the taste may differ. So everyone has their own personal experience. We are going to focus only on business services. Okay. Now, what is business services which helps to run the business smoothly? Number one is bank, which we are going to study. What is bank? Bank is an institution which deals with money and credit. So in simple word, we can say bank is an institution which accepts the deposit and grants the loan. Okay, which accepts the deposit from the public and which grants the loan to the public. Now, there are different types of bank: commercial bank, cooperative bank, specialized bank, and central bank. But in 11th, we are going to focus on commercial bank. But let us see in short the meaning of all these banks. Commercial bank, which is governed under the Indian Banking Act 1949. And according to this act, it means accepting the deposit of money from the public for the purpose of lending, accepting the deposit on one hand and granting the loan on the other hand, or for the investment. That what the commercial bank is doing. Commercial bank is further classified into scheduled bank and non-scheduled bank, and again private sector bank, public sector bank, and foreign sector bank. Okay. Now cooperative bank. The name itself will tell you that this is governed by the provision of State Cooperative Societies Act. They act as an important source. They wanted to help to the rural people and mainly on the agriculture sector. That means the finance has to be provided to the farmer or for the rural development. Specialized bank. These are established for the special purpose. For example, foreign exchange or industrial credit. Anyone wants a credit like a small scale industry or cottage industry, and even for import export, there is a particular reason for the specialized bank for the development of that particular area. Centralized bank. Central bank. You already know which is the Central Bank of India. Yes, that is Reserve Bank of India, RBI. What actually they do? They supervise, they control, they monitor, they regulate all the other banks, that is commercial banks, and they act as a government bank. They are also called as bankers bank, and they are apex bank, that means very important bank. So in India, Reserve Bank India is a central bank. So this is what we have learned today about business services, and in future, in next video, we are going to study in detail the function of commercial bank. Thank you so much.